Yeehaw! It's time for the Nikon Speedlight Roundup. Another video from the angry photographer here. Apparently the other Nikon Speedlight video I made was incomplete. Well, I'm gonna lay out for you, other than the macro ring lights, obviously, I'm gonna lay out for you the only 6 speed lights that I recommend. That's an awful lot of speed lights. How come you got so many speed lights? Well, that's not even a third of the speed lights that I have. Oh, you crazy. Oh, okay. Now, for budget conscious people that are getting into flash photography, as per a prior video that I made, number one recommendation, only 30 bucks. Only thing you have to do is invest in an SC28 or SC29 flash cord. That is the SB23. Basically only got an on-off button, 4 AA batteries. It will run a long fucking time on 4 AA batteries. So, next one would be 40, 50 bucks, typically less than that, sometimes as little as 35 bucks, the SB22 or 22S. Important difference between the two is actually an auxiliary power port for like using a quantum power pack, which I'll do in the next video. Best speed light for the money if you want to get serious being a relative term, full TTL, high power, all day long, SB800. Even a hair more powerful than the SB910, current $550 flash right here. That's the people say, well, how come you're not recommending that Chinese flash that everybody has $56? It's the that everybody's got. It's only 56 bucks. It's like, yeah, and it lasts about $56 of the money. You will get your money worth out of it, but 10 years down the road, kind of like these flash, I mean, that flash is almost as old as I am, the SB26. You know, it isn't going to be surviving even 1/100th as long as that sucker is. So if you want to buy it for 56 bucks, fine. Don't recommend them at all. Just get a used Nikon Speedlight, okay? Please stop asking me about that Chinese knockoff that is guaranteed, even if you take perfect care of it, to die in a relatively short period of time. So, SB800 to $200, $250 all day long, mint to use condition. Also, auxiliary power port. All of these have, except for the 22S, which isn't shown here, this is the SB22, have auxiliary power ports for hooking in your quantum pack for external power, turn your speed light into a machine gun. I'll be talking about that in the next video. It's a necessity for any wedding photographer or photojournalist or someone that does a lot of evening or nighttime street photography. Is really extremely handy, even though rather pricey. SB26, cheap. Usually grab one between 60 and 90 bucks. It's Nikon's the cheapest and oldest slave flash. You don't have to worry about radio controllers. You can actually stick your SB7000 and above, pop-up flash into commander mode, and fire this wirelessly. As I showed you, other examples of sticking this under the dash of a car and shooting outside of the car and activating this. Sticking hidden nooks and corners and creating beautiful, stunning photography. Everybody needs a slave to speedlight. 60 to 100 bucks. Try to grab an SB26. This flash is old and she still rocks and rolls. Nikon, yeah, these are all plastic, but they're all made extremely well, and they're built to last. I had this flash shipped back 20-some years ago, more than 20 years ago. Still rocking, still rolling. The predecessor to the current SB910, the SB900, not much cheaper than a used SB910. It does not have a defect contrary to what you read. They changed the firmware or resistor in it so that it wouldn't register overheating as soon as the SB910. That's not saying that it actually overheated. It was just reading that it was overheated and would not let you take too many flashes at too quick a period of time, too much power, and that's very important for wedding photographers. Hence the update, and all they did is change the view of the button dials in the back, same exact flash basically. And this SB910 is $550 new. You really can't find them used. Sometimes for like $450, $480. Nothing to sneeze at. If you're getting into flash photography, please get yourself an SC29 or SC28 cable. Get an SB23 or an SB22. Either one, perfectly fine. Preferably the SB22, but these can be had for about 20 bucks cheaper. Typically these are 40, 45 bucks. It depends on the day of the week, how many are listed. I think I've got 5 of them. I got 3 of these. These are actually, I even use these even though they're not as good as the SB22 because they'll just fit right in your pocket like a pack of cigarettes. No, I don't smoke. and they will fit right in your jacket pocket. So you can take a flash cord to these and just use your camera regular, and if you want, whip out your speed light, turn it on. It's only got one switch. If you're intimidated by photography, as I mentioned in the prior video, at least get one of these and an SC28 flash cable. Teach yourself flash photography in the evening. It will take you only a half an hour really to master this speed light, and you'll be taking much better photographs. Get your flash off your damn camera. Start looking for beautiful light. But this is your own sun, okay? You are going to make your own pretty light. Fuck the sun. You don't control the sun, but you control this shit. But if it's sitting on top of your camera, you can't control it. Because you take the shot, and it's sitting on top of your camera, and there it is. Boom, 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 boom. Wherever you point that camera, boom, there's the flash. Get your flash off your camera. You control this shit. But 95% of its control is getting it off your camera. I can't preach that enough. Flash photography is intimidating to so many people, and it shouldn't be. And the reason it is because they download the user manual off this fucking filthy whore, and they go, "Oh my god, that's flash photography." Have you ever been through the menu on an SB910, but it's like trying to learn a new computer operating system? Not that bad, but it's kind of close. People look at the back of these things and all the dials and the subdials and the subset menus and the subset menus. Forget about it. Well, you use yourself into one of these. No dials, no nothing. On, off. Okay. You'll become a master. Don't let flash photography intimidate you. It's like, well, I'm not going to spend $550 on that whore. Because that thing is complicated. You talk too much. Make your videos shorter, damn it. You flap your lips too much. Alright, whatever. Spend $30 on SB23. Best flash for the buck. Used, minty new. Used as minty new. eBay 250, whatever, right around there. SB 800. Best bang for the buck. Used. Best bang for the buck. Here, you have no TTL options. But you can stick it in slave mode, start painting with light. Strobe effects, awesome. You know, 60, 90 bucks. Right now, for some reason, they're kind of high. It's probably due to me and my videos. Excuse the fuck out of me. SB900, don't really recommend it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but for the same, for a lot less money, you can almost buy two SB800s, and the pros are always, here's a secret. The pros are always collecting SB800s. Don't tell anybody, but that's the shit that they collect. There's a reason for it. Because they know what I know, and I'm letting the cat out of the bag and telling you a secret on what to buy. It's the SB800. That flash is smaller than the SB910. Yeah, it's more powerful though. It's also cheaper. I can buy two of these for what I can price of an SB910. It's a little bit more simple, but just as complicated. Well, actually it's not as complicated. It is simpler to learn. You don't, back in the days, a flash was a flash. That means pow, you understood what your shutter speed, what your aperture was, and that you were focused in correctly. But remember, your flash is your second shutter, and your shutter speed there is the speed of light. Okay? Doesn't matter if you've got your shutter speed at 2 seconds on your camera, baby. In total darkness, as long as you're focused in, your flash has got it. Speed of light, it's your second shutter. Learn flash photography, it's not that complicated. Don't be intimidated by this fancy whore. It's got a menu and a sub-menu, and it's got a 400-page user manual, and it comes with a slide rule, and you have to have a degree in anal spectroscopy to figure it out. No, it's not that complicated. This flash has all those capabilities, but about 60% of that is bullshit! Bullshit that not even the pros use. They use commander mode, sometimes they use strobe mode. They'll stick it in group mode where they can fire multiple flashes where they're all yakking at each other. Basically you can connect 4 flashes going, I'm flashing, you flash. It's not really that complicated, but it is very intimidating for someone that's not dicked around with flashes before. So, you get one of these, if you're intimidated, On, off. 30 bucks. Won't waste your money. It's built like a shit brick outhouse. I mean, these, don't let this intimidate you. Four AA batteries, and it's great. You know, stick in your pocket. You'll have so much fun. This is the best 30 bucks you can spend with keeping your pants zipped up. Right? Of course, I don't know what kind of fun you can actually have with your pants unzipped at $30, but there might be some place in the world where that might be applicable. But not here in the United States, unfortunately. Thanks for watching! Send me a buck or two, or tell me to go screw myself, or which deep cliff you want me to jump off of. Alright! Catch you later. Bye. Time for another cup of coffee.